Well, wouldn't it be great if we had some sort of superhero that would fight badness happening online? Wouldn't that be great? If someone stays on top of all these criminals, it would be great if we had a we're not talking about the Superman or the Batmans. We're talking about an AI, superhero. Okay. Well, our guest today on the phone is the author of the book, The AI Kid, available on Amazon right now. She works on AI projects at home, and she might be the world's first trillionaire superhero. She is only 11 years old, making her the youngest person on this show ever. So from the state of Maryland, let's talk to Lilli. Lilli, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Great. It's so great to, you must be on your spring break right now. You're calling into the station because of your knowledge of AI. Okay. Are you excited? Because I'm excited for you to be here.
I am very excited.
Okay, great. So first off, tell us a little bit more about you. How did you get into this whole AI stuff?
Well, I got into AI by working on small electronic projects when I was young. And in kindergarten, I started learning about circuits and magnetism. And I even created a presentation, and it went really well. I realized that sharing information to kids in a fun way was very enjoyable for me. And soon I got into coding, and I wanted to do Python because it was free and easy to use. My dad guided me into some Arduino and Raspberry Pi projects, and then my granddad and I started working on NVIDIA Xavier NX projects, and we have videos of there where I explain machine learning and neural networks.
Okay, you're 11 years old, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness. You just blew our mind. I'm looking at two other people here, okay? As you were talking, their minds were blown within the first 30 seconds of what you were talking about, and then their minds were blown a second time, both of them, when you continued on. That is a great I'm speechless. David, what can you say?
I'm incredibly impressed. I mean, these are all things that I came to much later in life and have a little bit of knowledge on it, maybe not even as much as you. But with this kind of a start at your age, I'm just excited to see what you can learn and do and contribute in the future to the world of AI and computing.
Yeah. Before the show, she actually sent me a video of some of the things that she's doing with some facial recognition. She was actually playing around. What were some of the names of these programs that you had sent me that was able to detect your movements and see where your body parts were in your motions? What were some of those?
TensorFlow OpenCV. CV stands for computer vision.
Excellent. And that was the one back from the 70s and 80s, or was that the current one?
The current one.
So, okay, excellent. So you've actually been doing some coding with that, and you're actually going to be making some cool stuff with that. That's excellent.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your book. It's actually available on Amazon right now. I downloaded it now. In order to read Lilli's book, for those that are listening, you do have to go to Amazon. You have to. You don't have to have a Kindle reader, but you do have to have a Kindle account open. Once you have that, you can purchase her book and you can actually read it. It's actually pretty interesting. So, So my question about the book itself is that book seemed to be you in a way. Is there any correlation to the character in the book and your personal life?
Yes, there was. Now, I wouldn't say that things in the book were like my life, but they were based on my past life experiences. I have been picked on for being a nerd, but that really just encouraged me to learn more about what I want to learn and new technologies, AI, machine learning, and neural networks.
One computer engineer to another, Lilli, I can tell you, I was bullied too. I was bullied. Now, David here, he's also in the IT world. Anything to say about bullying?
We've all been picked on, and a lot of the times there are people and there are bullies that are going through hard times, and for some reason they choose to take it out on the people they are either jealous of or angry about things. And a lot of the times it's just don't take it personally. Don't be discouraged by it. It's going to happen. But remember, it's always about them. It's not about you. And what you've done is frankly incredible. And you're going to find a lot more people are impressed with what you've done, and appreciate the work that you're doing and appreciate the knowledge and I honestly, I just think it's fantastic what you've done so far. And I look forward to checking out this book of yours.
Yeah, you have about 3 followers right now, right? At the least in this room, and there's only 3 people in this room. So I think many of us come from that bullying background. Nowadays it's even cyberbullying. I think you even go into cyberbullying in your book, right? So there are these kids, and they try to attack. And part of I don't want to spoil the story, but in the main character in the story gets cyber attacked by these, and now the main character has to build their own firewall.
Oh wow!
Exactly.
That's amazing. So you actually built your own firewall?
I actually haven't, but that's one of my life goals. I want to build my own firewall, and I want to include AI, because that if you put the right code in, it'll work so much better than a human, because it won't have to sleep, it won't have to go and use the bathroom, and it's a lot harder for a computer to have an error than a human.
Okay, why don't we do this? Please stay on the line. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna ask you what some of your future goals are. Up next on the Computer Doctor Show, our continued conversation with Lilli, the author of The AI Kid. Our open lines 520-790-2040. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Ugly Goose Car.
Our guest that we were speaking to before the break was Lilli, and she is from Maryland. She's written a book about AI, artificial intelligence. She is a wealth of knowledge at only 11 years old. This is amazing. She was talking about Raspberry stuff and Python programming and coding. No doubt she was kind of spurned on to some of her dad's work, but kudos to you, Lillian. But I do want to ask you about the future. What are your future goals?
Okay. My future goals, when I grow up, I want to go to MIT. I want to graduate, and my dream job would work on rover exploration for SpaceX, because it's following the path that I'm on, and the knowledge that you need includes Python, AI, and new technologies. I also still want to teach kids about AI and new technologies as well. And I want to make the world a better place. And I think that if I can help people find some solutions, even on another planet, that could really help the Earth out.
Okay. Would you like for us to reach out to Elon Musk for you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have his number?
I don't, but I know he's always looking for engineers.
For sure.
For sure. He hires many engineers and many bright minds like you. And I hope you reach that goal. I'm actually going to reach out to him. I don't know him personally, and I don't have, but I have mediums that I can move around to get him a message. I will definitely do that for you, Lillian. You are a rock star in our books at 11 years old and doing all these things. But I do have another question for you. It wasn't on the questions that I had sent you, but have you been following smart cities at all?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow. Okay. So, what do you think are some things that maybe now you're not in Tucson like us, but what are some things that AI can do to help cities, small cities and big cities, things like that? What do you think?
One of the things are autonomous cars, because that could prevent less accidents, and also maybe cameras for security. We could put more facial recognition in there, so then there are less break-ins and people can be alerted.
Wow, that's excellent. That's excellent. You know what, Lilli, we actually have a caller. Mark, are you there? Did you have a question?
Yes, I'm here, and great show today. Fascinating, and I teach engineering science, and of course I teach circuits and things like that. And I'm wondering if is it Lilli?
Yep, that's her name.
She has online YouTube videos that we can see, because her stuff's going to be the most up-to-date stuff that I could probably find online.
Lilli, do you have some sort of social media or YouTube channel yet that you're working on?
I do not have a YouTube channel, but you can check me on Instagram under Blue Ridge AI. We do
that's your dad's
Yep.
handle, right? That we're being safe here.
Yep, that's my dad.
Okay, can you repeat that Instagram again?
BlueRidge.ai.
BlueRidge.ai on Instagram. Okay, and so you'll have to go through her dad, but but thank you very much for calling in, Mark. And
Thanks.
and hopefully, who knows how many people are listening to this? You may get your dream. you may catch the attention of Elon. Who knows about this? But what you were saying about smart cities and the smart cars. So we've actually done several segments about smart cars and how they can. And I'm actually going to be traveling to Phoenix later on today, and I'm hoping to maybe get on one of those self-driving taxis that they have up there. They have them in Chandler. Have you ever been in a self-driving car yet, Lilli?
Not yet.
Okay, they're not available in a whole lot of spots, but okay, I will report back to you my findings. How's that?
Okay.
As soon as I write it, I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna send it to you, and I'm gonna say, what do you think? What can we do to improve it? Okay. But
Okay.
you do have a great personality, and I really, really do wish you the best. So as far as your book goes, that's your the AI Kid is the only book right now that you have released.
Yes, it is.
Okay, are you gonna be writing a second book?
Yes, I am. I'm going to do a collaboration with some of my friends who are also interested in the subject of AI machine learning. And I really quickly want to give a shout out to them.
Go for it.
Avia and Antonio. I'm definitely going to do a collaboration, and we're going to make another book. But so far, the AI Kid is the only book out in the market. Excellent.
You know what? These are just such exciting times. I can tell you what I was doing when I was 11 years old. Okay, this was before computers was a thing, before the internet, really took off. And I don't know if David, if you did other similar things. I would go through the trash. I lived in an apartment complex, and there would be all kinds of goodies there every day. I wouldn't go like through it, but anything like on top or just like right there, next to it, I wouldn't go to the bottom of I wouldn't like dive into the dumpster. I pull all kinds of interesting things out: TVs, radios, anything with a circuit board. I take it apart to see how it would work. Now, obviously, I don't know if kids actually do. I do actually know of some kids that actually kind of do that today because they have to. In some countries, they kind of have to because there are some kids in third world countries where they're trying to build machines and things that will actually benefit them in their community and in their family. But all they have to work with is what people have thrown out.
Right.
So make the best use of all of the tools that you have available. I believe, I think it was maybe 2 months ago, we had reported on IBM doing a course that kids can actually pick up and learn. And they were doing a lot of free courses due to COVID. They were able to put all these courses, for really no charge. Okay, and people are taking advantage of it. So kudos to you, Lilli. I really, really appreciate you. I definitely want to have you on the show again when things when you have new releases or something new. Just send me a message. Just you or your dad, just send me a message. I'll get you on the show again. This was an awesome show. I really do appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much.